Here are 8 essential steps that explain how to reach your maximum potential height before it's too late. Each point is translated exactly as provided. 1. Understand your limits, genetics, and realistic expectations. What happens? Genes determine a large part of your final height. The height of the parents gives a good indicator, tall, average, or short range. There are simplified estimations, such as the MIG parental height formula, but they are only approximate. Why it matters? Setting a realistic expectation prevents you from following harmful diets or treatments. Practical tip: if you or your child is in the growth stage, keep a growth chart and ask the doctor to interpret it. This helps you distinguish normal growth from delay that requires medical evaluation. 2. Balance nutrition during growth years: protein, calcium, vitamin D, and enough calories. What happens? Bones and muscles need raw materials: protein for tissue building, calcium plus vitamin D for bone health, and enough calories to support growth. Practical details: protein. Good sources are lean meats, chicken, fish, legumes, eggs, milk. The goal is an amount suitable for age, weight, and activity. A doctor or dietitian determines the exact quantity. Calcium: milk, yogurt, cheese, leafy greens. Bones need stable amounts during growth. Vitamin D: important for absorbing calcium. You can get it from morning sunlight, fortified foods, or a supplement if needed. Enough calories. Calorie deficiency slows growth. Children and teenagers need enough calories for activity and body growth. Practical tip: don't rely on supplements without testing. Consult a dietitian or doctor before taking large doses. 3. Enough high-quality sleep. Growth hormone works during deep sleep. What happens? Growth hormone is released in larger amounts during deep sleep, especially in the early nighttime hours. Practical details: approximate sleep hours: young children and teenagers need 8 to 11 hours depending on age. Teenagers often need 8 to 10 hours. Consistent sleep routine: sleeping and waking at the same times, a dark and quiet room, and reducing screens 1 hour before bed. Practical tip: set a fixed sleep schedule and create a proper sleep environment: dark, quiet, slightly cool. 4. Regular physical activity and strengthening and jumping exercises stimulate bones and muscles. What happens? Movement and exercise stimulate bone and muscle growth and improve hormone distribution. Jumping, swimming, basketball, and load-bearing exercises benefit the bones. Practical details: useful exercises include intermittent jumps, body weight exercises, squats and push-ups, stretching for the back and spine, and sports like swimming and basketball. Avoid excessive endurance training in children without proper nutrition, because it stresses the body if calories and nutrients aren't replaced. Practical tip: do 60 minutes of moderate to high activity daily for youth, and include strength training 2 to 3 times a week. 5. Take care of posture and spinal health. What happens? Poor spinal posture, neck or upper back rounding, reduces visible height and harms vertebrae. Improving posture can add visible centimeters. Practical details: corrective exercises: strengthening the back and shoulders, chest stretching, and neck alignment exercises. Daily habits: sit upright, use a chair with proper support, and don't look down at your phone for long periods. Practical tip: simple. Keep your computer screen at eye level and stretch every hour if you work sitting down. 6. Avoid growth-suppressing factors: smoking, anabolic steroids, chronic undernutrition, and untreated chronic illness. What happens? Some behaviors and substances reduce growth efficiency or harm glands and bones. Steroids, without prescription, can suppress natural growth hormone production. Smoking, even secondhand, is linked to poor health outcomes. Practical details: no drugs or steroids without medical supervision. Treat chronic diseases such as thyroid disorders or gastrointestinal disorders that affect nutrient absorption. They require medical follow-up. Practical tip: if you use long-term medication, ask your doctor about its effect on growth. 7. Medical interventions available but only for specific cases under specialist supervision. What happens? In cases of growth hormone deficiency or hormonal or genetic disorders, a doctor may prescribe treatments such as growth hormone injections or other interventions. There are also limb lengthening surgeries, but they are surgical, complex, and risky. Practical details: growth hormone effective only in confirmed deficiency cases and requires careful monitoring for side effects and results. Limb lengthening surgery, a complex and painful procedure requiring months, years of treatment with potential complications, not a common option unless medically needed or in extreme cases after thorough psychological and medical evaluation. Practical tip: do not start any hormonal or surgical treatment without a full evaluation by a specialist in pediatric endocrinology or orthopedics. 8. Timing matters. Know when it's too late and seek help early if concerned. What happens? Bone growth plates or epiphyseal plates close after puberty. Once they close, height becomes nearly fixed. Typical closing ages vary between individuals. Girls usually close earlier, roughly between 14 and 16 years in most cases, and boys between 16 to 21 years. These are general ranges, not strict rules. Why it matters? If you're still in your teenage growing years, your chances of influencing height are greater, but after closure, natural growth options become limited. Practical tip: if there is concern about a child or teen's growth, visit a doctor early before mid to late adolescence for examination, growth hormone testing, endocrine evaluation, and confirmation that nutrition, sleep, and activity are on the right track. Subscribe for more life-changing guides.